So first, let's talk about how I fell in love with Subaru. If you are a car enthusiast or if you're a Subaru lover, you guys know that signature boxer rumble sound. I remember the first time I fell in love with Subaru. So this was freshman year, college. I was playing video games in my dorm as usual, you know. I remember hearing the cleanest sound, like this deep rumble sound, and I'm like, what is that? So I open up the shade, I look outside, and I see this black Hawkeye WRX, like fully blacked out. And I'm like, who owned that car? A couple weeks later, I come to realize this is actually one of my teammates on the soccer team. He's also an engineer, and I just fell in love with that car. We became close buds. He let me drive the car, and I remember getting on the throttle, and I didn't even really know how to drive stick shift. And I was talking to him about it. I was interested in getting a WRX, and he actually let me drive it because he wanted to show me how to drive stick. But I just remember getting in and out of boost, and oh man, the blowout valve sound, it was amazing. Fast forward several years later, I graduated, and as a graduation present to myself, I bought this Subaru WRX. It's a 2017. Funny enough, I wasn't even looking for red. I was actually looking for a white one. I had test drove a white one. It had Recaro seats, the STI short throw shifter, and STI knob. Fully stock, but it had the SPT exhaust, and I'm like, this is the one I'm getting. I had a Honda previously. I had leased it for 3 years. My lease wasn't up yet, so I couldn't actively just go right and drive the WRX off the lot, so I had to wait. In the time that I was waiting, the WRX was actually sold, so this one was the next thing. I saw it in the lot. It came stock with a vortex generator, mud flaps, and the rain guard. So I was like, I'm sold. This is the one that I'm getting. And I was really excited. I was in Boston, and I ended up buying my first mod for the car like the same week. It was Wicked Big Meat. If anybody lives in the Northeast or anybody's a big Subaru fan, you guys know what Wicked Big Meat is. I think it's the biggest, if not the second biggest Subaru event that's hosted, period. I went there. I remember I was always obsessed with Grimspeed because I would go on YouTube and I would look up parts like, oh, I was planning the build, like, what am I gonna buy? Oh, Grimspeed intake, this and that. And eventually I ended up buying a nice weighted shift knob from Grimspeed. So following the purchase of this car, about a month later, I took a job with a general contractor down in Florida. So I ended up packing this car with everything that I owned, my TV, clothes. I put them all in storage bins, packed the car up full to the brim, and I set off to Florida. I didn't even know where I was going. I just put it in the GPS. I showed up. Place looked like it did in the pictures, which I was really pleased about. So I paid the rest of the deposit and moved in that same day. Following that move, it was great. It was a new beginning. It was lonely. So I remember I was like, man, I really need to make some friends. Like, I can't just be out here by myself. So I went on Facebook, typed in, hey, you know, where can I find Subaru groups and whatever, and I found this group called SoFlo Subies, South Florida Subarus, and started going to a couple meets, met a bunch of great people out there. Some of my good friends now, greatest friends, I've met through that group, and it's been great. You know, we would go on cruises through the city. When you're cruising with your homies, it's the best thing ever. Met a bunch of great people, and I loved it, man. Living in Florida and owning a Subaru, you would think with the all-wheel drive system, and it's kind of more geared to snow, you would think it would be kind of useless, but during the torrential downpours, rain events, hurricane type rains, you know, with some good set of tires, you're planted. So nobody wants to race you when you're in a Subaru and it's raining out. It's funny, but when it's dry, everybody wants to race you. You know, still beat them, but hey, because they don't see the corners coming. And yeah, it's fun. Fast forward probably about a year, 8 months or so, I met my wife. I actually met her through the friend group and through the Subaru community, which was great. Got together, love of my life, and fast forward a year later, you know, our first child's born, my son, and it's been a transformation ever since. You know, they always say when you have a child, it changes everything, and it really does. It changes a lot of things for the better. Following his birth, I kind of dived more into cars. You know, I wanted to pursue my passions even deeper, and that's why I started this channel. And so it's been a very great experience, and it's given me a lot of balance. Your passion is what really gives you the willpower to wake up in the morning and go. Yeah, I feel very blessed to have met the people that I've met in my life, especially through this, you know, the Subaru community. It's given me so much more than I could have ever asked for. And guys, with that being said, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. This year, you know, it's gonna be a good year. I just want to say, guys, keep plugging away, doing the things that you're passionate about. I think the biggest thing to focus on is making sure that you're happy. If you're passionate and you're happy, then every day is gonna be a great day, guys. Anyways, thank you again for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.